Hello, welcome to Abekiosis. I'm Abek, also known as Cielo, and today I'm making a spooky doll original character with this YouTube short art challenge video by Mochi on YouTube. Link in the description. So the first question is, what season are you born in? For me, that is spring, so I have to make it a porcelain doll. And I have 3 or more siblings, so she has spider webs. And I live with my relatives, so she has braids. I have blue eyes, so she's missing an eyeball. And I prefer hot weather, so she has fancy wrecked clothes. And lastly, my hair is not dyed, so she has a cold color palette. When I was looking at pictures of porcelain dolls, I noticed most of them have like little small mouths and like red lips, so I am doing that. And I gave her the braids, and she's gonna be wearing a dress because they mostly have big poofy dresses, so I added that in it. I also noticed a lot of them have like lots of like frills on them. I added the thingy at the bottom of the dress, but it's not super like visible in the final picture. But womp womp, I guess. Also, I kind of suck at drawing braids, and they kind of didn't really get included very good at the end. But, oh well. I noticed a lot of them have hats, so I also gave her a hat. They're usually really big hats. So, I made a really big hat. Some of them also have, like, jackets, so I gave her a jacket. Yes, I did. And then for the color, I made her dress purple. I think purple is a cool color. It is a cool color. And I made her hair green. I don't know why I made her hair green, especially since most of the dolls had normal colored hair. Most of them were like blonde or like brown. So I don't know why I gave her green hair, but whatever. I liked the color. It went well with her. So womp womp, I guess. I wasn't exactly sure how the jacket was gonna look. I didn't know if I was gonna make the arms be like part of the jacket or what, and yeah, I wasn't sure, okay? I wasn't sure. This is not usually how I design characters, but womp womp, whatever. Oh, shut up. Also, I added a little bit of warm colors like the pink to the lips and the little bows in her hair and the ribbon on her hat, even though it's a warm color, because it looks good with it. And it's nice to have that one little pop of like a different color, you know? So that's what I'm doing. Also, I do not do line art, and my process looks so bad. I swear, it gets to look normal and good-ish. I don't know, okay? But it looks fine towards the end, okay? It doesn't look horrible, but yes, okay. So I started by making a bench. I was gonna make it look like she was like in an attic or a closet, just like abandoned, and I don't know how to draw a bench, so I just traced a bench. I wasn't gonna spend 10 hours drawing a bench, okay? So the original pose I had in mind, she was gonna be like sitting on the bench, and like her arms were gonna be like on like this image, if I found an image of what I'm talking about. But then her head was gonna be like facing the camera straight on. But her head, just as I was drawing, ended up turning away, so it's not facing straight at the camera anymore. So here I'm just coloring the bench. Like literally, the way I draw though, it looks so horrible until like the end. I'm warning you, okay? I swear it looks okay-ish. Towards the end, it's gonna look so bad. Oh my goodness, okay. It's like almost a bit embarrassing. So here I'm just adding like the basic like colors. This is usually what I do. Then I use the liquify tool to make everything look normal. I kind of just draw on top of the stick person, and then I keep like liquefying, and oh my goodness. So then I just move it to where it's supposed to be. So in like the design, I actually didn't put any pupils in the eyes, but here I guess I did. So here you can see I'm fixing it. Okay, this is what I mean. Like the face looks so cursed and so ugly right now, but I swear it gets like it will look better. Je promets. Okay, anyway, so here I'm adding the shadows so that I can like define the hair a bit more. It looks, oh my goodness. I know it looks very like to the side. I'm gonna fix that right away. And then I just erased the hat. I just took the hat out of the way for now. I'm gonna put it back, I promise. Just adding more detail to the hair. And I ended up not really doing the braids like I was supposed to. Oh well. Ended up just kind of redoing the entire face because it just ended up being very different than what I drew in like I don't even know if I could call it a sketch, but the stickman pose, it looks very different. See, already the face is looking so much more spectacular, which is great. The eye is looking better. So now I'm adding more to the bangs to give it more like shape. So I added the bow. I made it kind of look like a butterfly because it's cute. But yeah, it's kind of in the shape of a butterfly. Then I started adding the hat again, but it doesn't really look much on her head. So I ended up fixing that. See, yes. So I just moved it more onto her head so it's more on her. So here I'm just using a luminosity layer so it doesn't change the colors, just it was very hard to like tell things apart. Things were just merging together a bit. I'm just fixing it here. Now you can actually see where the hair like separates. There's like shadows that are shaped to the face actually now, instead of it just being flat. See, and oh my goodness, it looks so much better now. This is what it used to look like, and this is it now. Looks pretty darn good if you ask me. Of course, it's still not perfect though. I only spent like 2.5 hours on this. So here, you can see I tried turning the hair into braids because I realized it's kind of not looking like braids. Oh well. Then I started to add some more definition to the dress, but then I just kind of didn't. I wanted it to look more like frilly, but I kind of didn't. Then I realized I didn't give her any hands, so I just put this, and it looks kind of like a mitten. I gave her a necklace. Then I started adding shape to the jacket thingy because it just wasn't jacketing. You couldn't see where her arm was, so I just added some more shadows there, and it looks so much better now. Then I started just making the bench look more existing, I guess. And then I don't know, it just sort of ended up looking like a weird bench, but whatever. I added an overlay layer so I could add more contrast to because when you look at it in black and white, it looked kind of flat, so I added the dark shadows on the right and the light coming onto her from the left. Then I realized her hat was kind of getting cut off a bit, so I had to crop it down. Then I also realized I didn't put any freaking spider webs, and if I'm not putting the braids, I gotta put the spider webs, okay? I can only avoid one thing. So I kind of just last minute threw some spider webs in there. They're not super visible, but they exist. Oh my goodness, and I realized her clothes are also kind of not super ripped. Oh man. I kind of messed this up a bit. I kind of broke like 2 rules, almost 3, but I fixed the spider webs. So not only does she not have braids, but she also doesn't have ripped clothing. Only fancy clothing. What the heck? Next time I'll try harder to follow the rules. I'm adding some adjustment layers now because it needs it. Otherwise it looks like flat. So I realize now this hand that I added before. I might go back and edit that real quick in the final one. Ooh! I also just realized I should add some fabric texture to it. I did that for another drawing I made one time, and I really like it, and I never did it ever again. But I'm gonna add that after probably. Yeah. So you'll maybe see that in the final version. So here I tried to add like some curtains or something up front because I like to add something in the back of the person or whatever the subject of the picture, and then something in front so it adds more depth. But here I don't think I did. So I tried to add like some curtains, I tried to add like some dust, and I tried adding something maybe like sort of in the background of her that you could sort of see that something is there but not know what it is. I don't know, it's not my favorite drawing ever, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Anyway, I'm gonna go quickly add the fabric texture to it and maybe some more spider webs. Okay, I'm back now. I added the clothing texture. It's not super noticeable unless you like zoom in, but it's there, and I think it looks better. It didn't add like a ton, but it does look better now. Also, I added some dust floating in the background, which I tried to do before, but what I did, I just took like a picture on the internet and then added it on a blur layer. No, sorry, no, an add layer. I put it on an add layer so that you could only see the sparkles and not the background of it. And then I just sort of like zoomed in and like put them where I wanted and stuff, and I think it looks better now. Also not extremely noticeable, but it still makes a difference, and it adds. Get it? It adds. So yes, that is it. Please like the video if you liked it. If not, then sorry for wasting your time, I guess. I'll get better soon. Hopefully at making videos, but for now I guess you just gotta deal with it or not watch me. So yes, that is it. Thank you for watching. If you made it to the end, I like that. Okay, bye.